asked for missing pets, I knew where it was going.
Well, I wondered if Kara had prepared for this.
Nope.
Improv, man. Improv. One does not simply prepare for this.
It's like a full-on regrets
You-
for
you
inviting me to this.
Do you have stats on the cat?
Yes, I do. Hold on. This is what I'm working on right now. You guys
Oh, I
know
love the
cat's looking
picture.
at it,
I love the picture.
right? He was chill, and that's his picture now that he is. Now that you went ham on the car on
Put
the
the
tree.
salad cat there. With the, he'd be like, what?
What the
Why?
fuck? Run!
Run!
Oh my gosh! I've
Turn
seen
Amber
so
into
many-
a dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we change my? Can I do that?
If you change forms, it will cast as your other spell slot because you have to go out and then back in.
Well, no, I meant like I'm a dog. Can I change my portrait to a dog?
Oh, if you want to.
I can
Just so
do
that
right?
it's identified.
See, do you want that dog that was posted?
Yeah. Do you want me to do it, or are you able to do it?
I'll get it.
Okay, cool beans.
How about this one?
No.
Wait, why didn't you go through? There we go. That. And then you posted it. You want that picture of a dog? Okay, love.
Yes, I want the picture of that doggo.
Quote. You character. See this. Now. Edit. Make. You. Here now.
Oh, that's a big dog. Save it and link it.
Oh my gosh, that's a horse dog.
I think they don't feed it enough. That's too big.
Oh my god. Dude, that's funny.
How do I switch this over to be your main one? Oops, no, we don't need this. We need. Ah! Wait. Followed by character settings, advanced. Oh my gosh. So we've got you updated in your character sheet, but I'm trying to get your token updated. I just throw a new one of you in here. Nope. That was the old one. It's like after this, your picture's always gonna be a dog.
That Great Dane looks like way too skinny.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think it's too big for how much they have to feed him.
Oh, I see. Here we go. I got this.
Do you have to
No,
remove me off the board and re-put me on?
Maybe.
For the reset.
Hold on one second.
The Dogos.
Oh, there you go.
And then let me. $14. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
That's the dog. That's the dog you're using.
I guess. Yes.
Like, huh?
From this far away, it looks like the dog has ponytails.
Oh Okay, so the cat has run off through the alley and is kind of ran out of sight, but ran down this pathway.
Screaming kitty.
I'm gonna chase it.
So you run down this alleyway. Let's see. Let's do here.
It
Cat
flew away.
disappeared.
It took off.
Yeah, it ran around the corner and it hid. Cats are stealthy creatures, and it's now on the alert.
But Amber's a dog.
Yeah, which is why if you want to maybe do some sort of perception check.
Perception check now?
Yeah, the wisdom one. We're gonna do.
Man, Bloodhound.
And I'll say, next time you spot it, put fairy fire on it.
Next time you spot it, let me know and I'll throw my mace at it.
Erwin's gonna just, like, kind of slightly growl at Gwen.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so your perception check is +3, 12. You can smell that the cat came this way, but you don't have a beat on exactly where the cat is, and you don't see the cat.
So just curious, what would fairy fire do to a cat? Like, how would a
Well,
cat...
it would just make the cat glow.
I know, but how would a cat react to being lit on fire?
It's not on fire.
Wait,
That's what fairy
if I
fire is.
count-
It looks like fire, it's just a different color and it doesn't hurt.
If I
Based
get
on
out
my
of my
experience.
form, can I
Uh-huh.
use my spell again and go back into my form? Do I have 2 times or it's only 1 time a day?
That is so if you had casted it, if you had casted fairy fire before going into dog form, you could do that. But since it's you can't cast a concentration spell while in form, so you'd have to go out of form and back in. Going out of form and back in counts as your other spell slot.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna bark at Gwen and see if he's gonna do something.
Okay.
I need to stay as a dog as long as possible. I can't...
Okay, so she barked at me and I go, sigh. I like to use sense evil.
In a cat?
The cat. You
Because
know
cats
it.
are evil.
Yes.
Okay. You cast sense evil, and you are met with a feeling of just neutrality and calm. Nothing.
Oh, I was hoping
no
for like
foreplay.
dread. And
I was actually hoping for like dread and fear and stuff, and it's like, oh god, you found like a demon under the town.
it's just a cat.
Just a shapeshifter.
Erwin's just gonna kind of continuously like sniff the ground and then like bark at Gwen, like, dude, do something. Help me find this cat.
Okay. Oh, okay. We saw it go over here somewhere. So I guess I found a rock. I'm hoping that's engraved like a bowl, and I poured some water in it,
Wait, what are you looking for?
like a bowl rock.
Like
anything
rock
like a bowl.
that's like shaped like a bowl, like it may be indented.
Yeah, indented, anything like that, like anything
Okay.
that could be used as a bowl.
Kind of in a spot in town. I mean, you find some rocks. They're all kind of normal shape. You did find one that's kind of more of a slab, but it's not indented.
Okay.
But as you look by the house that's in front of you, you do see kind of a bowl that's been left out that looks like for a pet of some sorts. So you could take that from its spot. It's on like a bowl on the porch. Looks like it's for a small creature.
Then I poured water in it, and then I just go to the side, and I just wait.
Erwin comes up and drinks out of the bowl.
And I throw a rock at Erwin.
Erwin growls.
It doesn't connect. Nothing. Just an angry rock.
Roll the hit.
Roll hit. Okay.
Just a regular d20.
Okay.
Erwin, you're just fighting everybody.
Such.
PvP with the whole party except Kern so far.
No!
Erwin, roll
Erwin dies.
yeah. Erwin, roll. Well, you're a dog right now. Let me.
I have some kind of something, maybe.
I didn't throw a rock. I didn't even mean to do it. I just grab it. God damn you.
So you're kind of like lightly tossing a rock. You're not like pegging.
Yeah, I'm just like, get away from the bowl.
Like as like a warning by my feet or something.
But I guess it's a critical failure in a sense because it's actually gonna beat her in the head.
Well, since it's not thrown with like like a full on like blasting her with this rock with all your strength, it's kind of like tossed at her direction, like, "Hey, get away!" It hits her in like the chest / shoulder area, and you just hear a little like kind of like a whimper, or like kind of startled her. It didn't do any like damage points, but it definitely like "ow, that hurt" type of thing. Is what you're getting out of the whimpering.
Go shoot! Get away from the bull.
Erwin's gonna just kind of like trot away. Like, yeah. Does anything happen? Does he do like with the water? Does he do like any kind of perception checks or anything?
I mean, if Gwen wants to look for the cat, he can do a perception check if he wants.
Okay, I'll do a perception check while I wait over here away from the water. Let's see. Perception, or yeah.
2 hours of G&D. What'd you guys do? Find a
Chase
cat.
We fought a lot. We fought a lot. Oh, cool. What'd you fight? Ourselves.
And
Yep.
a cat.
And we fought it.
And a tree.
The tree one.
So you look around
Oh my God,
and you see some trees. So you're like, oh well, the cat was in the tree last time. Let me kind of look, kind of scan the branches, but and they're kind of rustling in the wind. But you can't just pick out any discernible shapes or cat forms with all the between all the leaves and things. And then, just so we're not only focusing on what you guys are doing, Sarzan and Batillion are still sitting in the inn. This is kind of a parallel time thing. Like, you guys just saw Erwin dragging Gwen out by her hand, out to be like, "I've got a quest!" And they have just, like, run out of the inn, closing the door behind them, leaving you two sitting at the table eating. What do you do?
I'm currently looking at the two quest sheets that Sarzan had on the table after Gwen asked him to bring them out. And I'm like looking at Sarzan and like, what do you think? What should we do?
Do you want to go talk to the old lady at the windmill?
Yeah, we could do that. I think we should definitely go see those gnomes, though.
That sounds a lick more dangerous.
But also more rewarding. And there's also the threat of seeing the dragon when we see the old lady.
Right. Should we wait for the other two?
Should we go see if we can find him?
Do you want to go harass Harbin?
Yes. I was actually just thinking of breaking in through that window I saw that was shattered, trying to sneak around and see what I could see.
Walk down the master place. Is the window shattered? Is it like boarded up?
Yeah, it's the window is shattered. You can see that from the inside, it has been boarded up, and it looks like there's maybe some like chairs stacked on top of each other, creating some sort of like makeshift barricade.
Is there a
punch
back
through the
door?
boards?
Okay.
Wait, what did you get?
You're gonna like karate chop those boards, like a little punch through.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Quietly.
No need.
No need.
No need.
What do you want me to do?
Do an unarmed strike on the board.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Blow that board up.
I like that.
You punch at the board. Your strike lands just right between two planks, kind of missing the board.
They must be warded by magic.
I go up and I try and strike the board.
Alright, what are you striking it with? Your hands?
Yep.
Alright. Flip your sheet. It's like. What would this count under? You don't have an unarmed attack.
I can't just punch something?
I mean, you can. I'm just trying to figure out what the numbers would be for it.
Oh. Should I roll a d20?
Let's do a d20 plus your strength. D20 plus 2. All right. You swing a punch at the boards, and you hear the center of the board start to like crack and give a little bit. Actually, and can you roll for damage?
What's my damage roll?
Good fucking question. Let's see. Roll a 1d4.
I'm almost out of Oreos. I'm sad.
All right. You punch the board, and you start to hear like kind of the fiber separating, a little bit of a crack in one of the boards. It's still holding steady, but you can see like an indent where the wood is starting to bow a bit. And
I look
from
over
inside
at-
the house. You hear you hear a yelp of fear, and you see kind of like a silhouette of a person, like kind of jump and dash out of view.
I look over at Sarzan. Doesn't look warded to me.
And you hear as he's running, the dragon's back.
What is it with this townsman and dragons?
Crippling her.
Was there enough room for me to crawl in?
No, the boards aren't broken yet. They're starting to bow.
Okay, 1 second, I'll be right back. Vern, you do something.
I keep breaking the boards.
Okay, another unarmed strike. Roll.
Whoa!
You're rolling a d20, right?
Yeah?
You, after seeing Caecilian start to bust the board, you go and you punch at it again, and just happen to land in between, like whiff and go in between two boards entirely.
Hmm. They're boarded from the inside.
Yeah,
I just push them.
like push on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You push on them and you see the boards are like the board that kind of got fibers cracked a bit will bend a bit, but all the nails seem to be securely in place. So all the other boards are firm.
Is there another window?
Yes. There's a window a couple feet down, but it's one of those like bathroom windows that's tall and thin.
Is there a second story window?
Yes, there is.
How tall is the house next to it? Where is the window?
Let me pull up the house. Hold on a second. Alright, so the house next to it, are you talking about the brown house?
Yeah.
So the Questmaster's house is a 2-story house with then the tower in the back going up to like a 3rd story
Mm.
height. The house to the north of it with the brown roof, that one is a 1-story house.
I jump through the window from the roof of that house.
Okay. So you're gonna climb up the roof of that house, right?
If possible, like if the window's on that side.
Yeah, there is a window on that side.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to have you do a couple rolls for that.
Right.
Let's see. Pull up your character. Alright, we're gonna have you do an acrobatics check to get up on top of the roof of the first house. Alright. So you kind of are sizing up the height of that roof and kind of looking. You see a little bit of some kind of a pole that leads up to like some gutters on the roof. And you see some like window ledges that are good spots to kind of like grip onto as you're climbing up. And you're able to successfully utilize all that to scramble your way up to the roof at this first house. So you're, oh goodness, what did I do? There we go. On the wrong layer. Go to tokens. Yeah. So you are currently, that's weird. Sorry, give me 1 second. This is like, my mouse is scrolling. Clicking on you guys is scrolling things weird ways. Okay. I do not like this feature. Let me deselect. I don't know what's causing that, but that's gonna make things problematic. Anyway, so you're successfully on top of the roof right now. You still have to jump upwards to get to the window.
Yep.
Of the next house. There is a little bit of like window ledges and detailing on the building to grab onto, but it's gonna be a little bit more of a challenging feat since you can't just jump down into a window or anything.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. There is a just to describe the setup that's going on. There are 3 windows at the top on the top floor. One that is above the previous window that you jumped in through. And one in the middle, and then there's a 3rd window on the tower side, like on the wall facing you, but on the tower side of that wall. That is not directly. It's like in that area, so it's kind of more on the edge, so it doesn't actually align with the roof. While the other 2 are in the.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move bloody. See what I go.
I'm following Sarzan.
You have to also do like checks to follow. Are you trying to follow him up to the roof?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're gonna also have to do an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Would it
so anyway,
be more feasible for me to like grab onto something on the side and then climb to the roof?
you want to climb to the roof of the other building?
Which would look easier.
It would probably be easier to climb up to the roof than it would be to like aim your jump into a window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna climb to the roof.
Okay.
This town's gonna remember us.
You're gonna get kicked out. So Cotillion, you oh my god, fuck off. I hate the Windows Toast thing, and it's like when it comes in emails, it like just sends me like 20 of them at once.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Okay, cool. Mail has new messages. Here's 20 Toast notifications.
Yeah.
Like, I know these emails didn't just all come at once, so you're obviously not real time. So why the fuck do you have a Toast notification if you're not actually real time? Anyway, so Cotillion, you have surveyed Sarzan's like path he used up to get to the roof. So you kind of jump and you use the window ledge as a hold, and then you from the window hop onto kind of like pipes that hold kind of like the gutters, and as you grab onto the gutter pipe and move your body weight over there, you hear it starting to creak, and it starts to pull itself off the building, angling you back. So now you're hanging from feet slip off of it. You're hanging from it like on monkey bars, and you were just dangling from this gutter that's pulled away from the wall, or this piping that's pulled away from the wall, until it comes, and it lingers for a few seconds, and then it comes crashing to the ground, you along with it.
Oh, dang it. I get up and dust myself off. Well, let's try that again.
All right. Courage, your turn first, though.
Acrobatics?
Yep.
Solid.
Nailed it. All right. So describe what you're trying to do to get from one house to the other. Are you doing like a running leap towards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me jump across and try to grab a hold so I can climb up again.
Okay. You like brace yourself, you get in this kind of runner's position, and you dash across the roof, and you leap flying through the air. Your fingers barely miss the edge of the roof as you make your leap, and you manage to catch yourself a little bit so you don't take the full brunt of the fall when you hit the ground. But you definitely are back at square one as your body kind of crumples and lands on the ground, missing the roof ledge.
All right.
So both you and Bloody have fallen back to the ground.
Well, thanks for helping me up when I was falling there. Dick.
I have to go knock on his door.
Okay.
Is there a back door?
No, there's just the front door. Okay, you knock on the front door, and there's no response. You have a feeling that whoever yelped in the shadows is currently hiding.
Is the door locked?
Yes, the door is locked. And it's like a wood and stone door.
I want to see if I can
Sturdy.
lock. I want to see if I can pick the lock.
Okay.
How do I roll for that?
Pull up your character sheet and check it out. So you have
Thieves'
thieves'
tools?
tools
Yeah.
and use. All right, hold on. How are we gonna use this stuff?
We can't make this simple on Kara, can we?
No, not at all. Not one bit. So you pull out head over to the door. You pull out your set of thieves' tools, which you have a small file and a little set of lockpicks, tiny little mirror mounted on a metal handle, and a set of narrow-bladed scissors, along with a pair of pliers. Let's see. Proficiency with them. What is the check for this?
I have.
You
no-
add your proficiency proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make to disarm and unlocks. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have you do a dexterity check. Use those thieves' tools on the door. You
You're still at it? You guys are real bad people.
I know, right? Work.
We're supposed to be heroes.
Checking. So now you can click on thieves' tools to make this happen. So I know that second roll was dope, but you're not rolling it. Well, unless you want to. You could use your inspiration on this one. Typically, you need to. Okay, let me put this two ways.
I'll use my inspiration.
Typically, you want to say like, "Hey, I want to use my inspiration on this before you do the
Okay.
roll," so you can't like cheese it and be like, "Oh, that roll
Yeah.
shit." Now I'm going to use my inspiration.
God.
I mean, some
I
DMs
can
roll
hold
it
on.
like you can use your inspiration for a re-roll rather
Sure.
than taking the second number. And then some people are like, "No, I want to use my inspiration on this roll, so I have advantage." Kern, how do you usually roll it?
I'm not big on inspiration.
Okay.
How do I
But
roll?
I
with
think
them?
I usually use them as rerolls or added roll. Like I tend to go more for bardic inspiration type.
Okay. So we can use that as if you want to re-roll and use your inspiration, you can use it for a re-roll if you are so inclined. And you can also click on Thieves' Tools now because I made that a queryable thing.
Where do I
Or
click
you
on?
can stick with the 9 if you don't want to use your inspiration.
I'll re-roll it.
Okay, you're going to use your inspiration? All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So where do I click on Thieves' Tools?
Just click on, it's just down below under tool proficiencies and custom skills.
Oh, I think I see it. Thieves' Tools.
It's on the right side. Okay. You take out your thieves' tools and you stick your lockpick in the door lock. Huh?
Nothing.
Okay. You're kind of wiggling around your lockpick, kind of feeling around. You can tell this is definitely a sturdier lock that is being used here. As you are examining the door, and you realize that the town master's paranoia has extended to his door security as well. This isn't just a simple like peasant's lock that can be easily jimmy rigged. you feel like you've got a little bit of the latch done, but the more you finagle, the kind of like more you're like, this is going to be a very difficult job to do, and are unsuccessful at unlocking the door.
I turn around and look at stars, and I think we should just go through the window.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna put a pin in this and go back to Gwen and James and the cat thing really quickly, just to make sure everyone has some stuff going on. Amber, you there? James, poke Amber.
Poke Amber?
Yeah.
Amber. I'll text her.
Alright. Well, Amber's coming back. We'll have you guys do the next thing. Sierra rolls back. What do you guys want to do? Cotillion and Sarzan.
Oh, we're back to us?
Yeah, we're back to you while Amber's coming back.
Okay, I go over to the window and I start punching it again.
Okay, roll the hit.
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh, never mind.
Alright, we'll put a pin in that. Okay, so we're back to the pupper version of Erwin and Gwen trying to find a cat that has darted off into stealth. Gwen has left a bowl of water out for the cat and thrown a rock at Puppers.
Dog.
Yeah. How'd you guys wanna
Can I do another perception check?
Yep.
Turn.
Hmm?
What are you doing in WoW?
Yeah, we see you.
I'm just trying to keep on.
I'm
Realize
surprised
I
no
got
one said anything
disconnected.
about me because I'm on WoW.
Okay, so you said you're Wait, what was happening again? You're doing another perception check?
Perception check, because I'm still looking for that cat, and I'm very determined.
I've picked up on that. All right, yeah. Do a perception check.
Yeah, and so the perception I got 13, 20.
Oh, sorry. I didn't. Okay. 13. And then you have. Okay.
Rolling for the cat.
Yep. He's got his guard up. He's actively hiding from you guys now. You kind of sniff around in a circle around these trees, and like every once in a while you catch a whiff on the wind, but there's absolutely no directionality to this cat. He is very good at being stealthy.
God,
AKA
fuck this cat.
AKA Kara says, ditch this damn side quest.
That's what the roll said, man.
Okay, then with me, I'm trying to go, here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. And I use, it's probably not that good, but.
Ah!
Wow.
It's horrible.
All the cats hate you. Every cat in the town instantly targets Gwyn and attacks him.
If any trace and impression that you had of this cat being nearby, you are completely like.
I get another cat?
Any animals that were nearby you, whether they were small bird or rabbit or any
Even
sort of
bugs.
nature, has cleared itself from your vicinity.
Can Gwen, like, sense
You are
the...
loud and lumbering, and all animals fear you right now.
Can Gwen sense this, too, because she's herself is an animal?
Yeah. Like, right now...
There's
you
like an
something
aura
close
of
as you
death
can-
around you.
Like some animal primal instinct kicks in, being like, danger.
Now, is it like almost like an intimidation, or is it something like?
No, it's just like if your animal instincts being like,
Just stay
something
away
was
from.
loud and lumbering and
like
startling.
a child.
Yeah, like a child or a big giant of plate and metal and clattering.
Yep. I don't bring joy.
Gwen's gonna bark menacingly at Gwen.
I'll just look at her and sit back down and just close my eyes and rest.
Okay.
I'm like, man, I really want to find this fucking cat.
And I'm not making it easy for you.
Everyone curses.
Animal handling?
I have animal handling, but I don't know how that would work while I'm an animal.
Let me see what is it use?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay, you keep your wisdom.
Am I able to do animal handling as a dog?
Yeah, you can give it a shot.
Sheep. You're sheeping. Herding sheep.
Oh my
do
god.
Jeez, you rolled a 1.
Critical fail.
You look around for this cat and get distracted. You see your tail whip out of your vision. You're like, whoo! Fast moving object, I gotta get it. And you go and you start going around in a circle chasing your tail. Trying to catch it.
Who knew that the
That's
hardest
every
quest
time.
in this game would be finding a cat?
Yes.
It's Naruto.
So Gwen, you see Erwin get like startled for a second and then start like dashing in a circle trying to catch her own tail.
I just close my eyes some more.
You what?
Close my eyes some more.
Okay, so you're taking
I'm just like,
taking a little bit of a rest.
oh my, whatever, I'm done.
Cool.
I've had enough of this.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
I think I'm over by the window.
All right, are you? So you fell off the roof, off the weather main. That like piping that was there to assist you to get back up is now pulled off the wall. Are you guys gonna try and get back up on the roof again?
No, I was gonna try and break into the window some more.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's right. Roll to hit.
And this guy's still in the house, right?
Guy's in the house. I mean, they heard him yelp and like run.
They're still trying to harass him. Wow.
Yeah.
Love it.
Roll a 7. But hold on, let's go back up.
And he's worried about me chopping down a tree and getting kicked out of that town.
It's just the townsmaster.
Honestly.
So we're gonna add a +2 to that D20 roll. D20 +2. So you roll a 9. Let's see. You go to punch that board and you also like whiff past one of the boards and hit right in between, like kind of a gap between two of the boards.
Oof.
All right. I'm done. I'm done with this window board. I'm gonna attack it.
With everything.
Okay.
He's flurry of blows.
Like I'm using everything I have.
That's 3 attacks.
Okay.
Kara doesn't want us to break into the guildmaster's house.
Guildmaster.
What is let's see, Fury of Blows. Oh, that immediately after take the attack action you can spend 1 key point. You're gonna spend a key point on this.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you doing like an attack and then also your Fury of Blows as a key for your bonus action?
Yep.
Alright. So that's 3 unarmed strikes total,
Yes.
correct? All right.
Yeah.
This window better be dead.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Yeah, roll to.
Jesus fuck.
Huh. Let's see. All right. So your first, let's see, your first punch, connects with the board and completely just annihilates all the boards, all that were there. They all get cracked in half. Some get bent off their, like, flung inside off the nails entirely. There are still two chairs on the other side, but they're like wooden dinner chairs, but all the boards are completely just hanging from their nails across the sides of the window. The boards are open for you to pass through.
I look over at Sargent. That was pretty impressive.
I'm gonna crawl through the window and take one of the chairs, set it down, and sit.
Okay.
I crawl in through the window,
Yeah.
and I would like to try and find a place to hide in the room for when the town's master comes in, and see Sargent sitting.
Okay, so you're gonna, let's see. So you go and you see, like, a place to hide is underneath the. There's a dining table type thing, or like a planning table, city
has, like, a
planning
big
table
skirt.
in the middle of the room. Yeah. So you have the option to crawl under that.
Does it
You
have a
also-
big tablecloth?
It's not a tablecloth, but it's big enough of a table that if you're sitting in the middle of it, like, the top of the table will occlude you from most angles.
Okay.
Um,
Where was the other spot you said?
and then there are some curtains in front of one of the windows that is not busted. However, these are like square windows, so like if you go ahead and hide behind the curtain, the top half of you from like the chest up is covered, but it would not cover your lower half because they don't go all the way to the floor.
Okay. Is there like a window pane that I could like crawl up into?
No, like the windows are fairly flush with the building. You would just like have the cloth covering like your face and chest.
Is it like an entrance? He'll see Kern, and then there's a window behind him, or how does this work?
So it's like, man, you guys are gonna make me want to draw this stuff. Okay, so there's the front door, and then in the main, this is like the main floor, is fairly open. It's got some chairs and it has some chairs along the wall that it looks like kind of like when there's like a big meeting that people can sit at along the edges of the building, or the edges of the room. There's a big giant city town planning table that's got kind of like a map of the city kind of on it, and some like notes on like construction projects and potholes to be filled and things like that on it. It's got a kind of a itinerary of things that need to get taken care of the city that are like proposed plans for dragon attack, and fixing some of the like plumbing, sewer issues, things like that. Things that are kind of like parks and rec and city planning type.
Is there a
plans.
window like farther to the right behind Kern?
There are 2 windows on the bottom floor on the north side, and 3 windows on the south side. So like this part of the building right here, there is a staircase that like on those staircases that go in one direction and then halfway through there's like a little landing and it goes in the other direction, so it kind of stacks on top of itself. There's a wooden staircase like that goes up to a second floor. The south side of the room is essentially goes up to 2 stories, whereas the north side of the room, you can tell that the second floor inhabits there. So it's a regular height building on the north side, but a double height room on the south side. So the staircase, because it zigs back and forth, there is like a cupboard under the stairs type of thing you could hide into, a little nook back there that you could hide in as well.
I go and hide behind the curtain that only half covers me.
Funniest of options. All right. So you hide behind these kind of reddish purple curtains that are hanging a few feet above you.
As long as I'm behind Sarzin still.
Huh?
I want to be behind Sarzin so that like I'm still kind of hidden because Sarzin's gonna take his like attention. So the fact that I'm only half visible isn't that bad.
So like there's this window right here, and then there's this window right here. And there's 1, 2, and 3.
No, the second one you did.
So you're gonna be right here, and Sarzin's sitting in a chair right here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna hold on a second. Doop doop doop. All right.
Boop, 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 boop. This poor townsmaster.
No, right? Guess the war.
Does it look dirty?
The
The
town.
house.
The house. No, it actually looks fairly spick and span, fairly clean. Except for the area where you just busted in a bunch of like wood and wood chips and stuff. There's definitely a mess around that door.
I'd like to clean that up.
Okay.
And then just kind of, tidy up the tabletops and surfaces and things like that.
Okay.
I stay hidden but keep peeking around and watch Kern clean.
So you kind of like gather up the boards and you kind of just put them on the outside, throw them out the window so there's a little pile right outside.
Yeah.
You straighten up the chairs that were stacked on top of each other. You like put them on the ground and line those back up. For the most part, it looks like the place is pretty immaculate. Maybe a little too clean. Doesn't quite look lived in. It's like a little too like someone's working a little too hard keeping this place clean. Like there's no like you kind of look at the window sills outside of the one that's broken. There's no like dust on it. It's been kind of immaculately cleaned. And you cleaning up the little section of wood makes it feel like the whole space is clean, with the exception of like the broken shards that are still on the outside of the window, the edges of the window. Everything is in place. Except for the curtains that are kind of lumpy, which Bloody are hiding behind.
To go to the kitchen and attempt to prepare a meal.
Kitchen is over this way. It's a small, kind of like one of those like office kitchens. So it's got like small. It's not a giant kitchen with a big giant cutting block and pots and pans. It's like kind of a small bit. There is a ice box with some like frozen or not frozen, but like cold. What looked like kind of like a red meat in there. It looks like it's kind of been cured a bit. There is you see some like onions in there, along with some kind of like stalky, leafy veggies. And then you also see a stove with an empty pot on it. And what else? There is a little cutting board area over this section with some cabinets right above, and a bucket of water is also kind of on the counter as well, because there's no doesn't look like there's any sort of like indoor plumbing.
Ooh. Okay. They prepare a meal for 3.
Okay. So you take the water and you like boil it and stuff like that. And
Boil some veggies.
Okay.
Some onion. Look for some meat, because what is a meal without meat?
Yeah. Like maybe like cut up and cube some of the meat, throw it in with the veggies and the leafy greens in the water pot.
Yeah.
Maybe stew. All right. So, as you're working away, Bloody is behind the curtains. But you start to smell like a good aroma in the air. Something smells smells warm and tasty, wafting through the air. Say you spent what, like maybe about like 20 minutes? 20 minutes making food?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I like walk out, ask, "What the hell are you doing?"
We
Turn.
might not be good people, but we're not dragons. The master of this town, and we need his trust.
Well, then we shouldn't have broken into his house.
Oh, I need to convince him that I am not a dragon.
By breaking into his house.
He's been primed. Trust me.
He's been primed, so he said.
Yeah.
Alright, well, what should I do then?
How do you mean?
I mean, I fed him some bullshit.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Just be a guest.
Okay, give me a second. You hear as the kind of aroma wafts through the house. What was originally very silent. You start to hear a little bit of shuffling upstairs and a little bit of movement. Yeah.
Like to prepare a plate and take it upstairs.
Okay.
Is he inside the room?
Yeah, he is. You can hear the shuffling from the first door, right upstairs. So it's like, see, kind of like by the windows. There's room 1, room 2, room 3 down this hallway, and that second floor just spans the entire length of the right-hand side. There is a door that's like, if you go up the stairs to the top landing, which is right here, there is a door this way that goes up to the tower. And then there's a door right here that goes to his bedroom, and that door is firmly closed.
I'd just like to knock on the door and then put the plate down near the ground and then go back down.
Okay. So you kind of like, there's a little bit of like clanking as you like put the plate down with a spoon or a fork next to it. And then hear your footsteps kind of walk back down the staircase. Right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. What are you and Bloody go downstairs to eat? Or
Yeah.
what do you do downstairs? Okay.
I'll eat.
Okay. So you guys kind of prepare your plates and start eating. A few minutes into your meal, you hear kind of the unlatching of a door. Well, you hear a bunch of like scraping upstairs. Like it sounds like someone's pulling a bunch of heavy furniture around the room. Something that sounds like maybe like a big giant wood oak kind of like dresser is being scraped across and slid across a space. And then maybe like a few chairs that are getting pulled. So after about like 5 minutes of this like wooden scraping, furniture pulling, you hear the door unlatch and just ever so slightly squeak open, and you hear a clatter of the plate and fork kind of ding 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 against each other as you can tell the plate is kind of being brought in, and then the door closes again, and you hear a little bit more scraping and pushing but then a few seconds, and then it goes silent, and a few seconds later you hear, this is actually quite delicious. Like,
Be
maybe
careful.
dragons
Poison.
maybe they're not so bad after all. What'd you say, Bloody? What'd you say, Cotillion?
Nothing.
From upstairs you hear, oh, quite good. Well seasoned. Just little commentary on the enjoyment
Really
of your
thin
cooking.
walls.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I have a feeling that he's kind of been cooped up in his room for a good chunk of the day, so he's probably actually pretty hungry. He's had a little bit of an exciting day. There's been a lot of
Dragons.
terror breeds appetite.
There's been a lot of dragons today.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna keep eating.
Okay.
Should we see what Amber and the cat are doing?
Yeah. Alright, so
Like
as you three are eating peacefully in your respective areas, we go back to Gwen and Amber. Gwen's taking a nap in the shade. Amber is sniffing around, hanging out by some trees. Every once in a while, like a squirrel or a small animal will catch her dog eyes. Is Amber there?
Yes, I am.
Alright, cool. So you've been sitting kind of looking around for this cat. No cat in sight. You every once in a while you'll see like a squirrel dart from like branch to branch or jump between trees. And that will kind of catch your eye, your tail will wag a little bit. But still no sign of this cat.
Okay. Third time's a charm. Can I do one more perspective check?
Yeah.
Okay. Holy shit!
No, but you get it. Yeah, okay.
Is it technically the second number? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's the second number.
Oh,
You
yeah,
get
okay.
advantage on it. Yeah. Yeah, because you get the smelling and hearing.
The doggo. Doggo
yeah.
advantage.
Pupper advantage.
Pepper
Yeah.
advantage.
You get a whiff of the cat on the wind,
Oh yes.
and you notice that up at the very, very tip top of this tree is, you can tell that the cat is up in this tree, in some of the higher branches. It's like every once in a while you get a glimpse of his like silhouette between the fluttering leaves of the tree.
Excellent.
God.
Okay, so I'm gonna bark at Gwen. Is James here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm barking at you. Bark, bark.
Okay, let me go back.
He
There
ain't
you
going doing it. I'm gonna just,
As I scratch my eyes, I stare at you and look at you and go, what?
And I start scratching at the tree
Okay.
and look back at you.
Then I'll come over to the tree. I look up, sigh once again, and pull out my axe.
And as you look up at this tree, you recognize. I'll pull you guys to the side. You recognize that tree is kind of like the biggest in this whole town. You have a wall on the outside, but like this is one of the bigger trees in the town. Big giant like great oak tree that creates a nice little shade for this park. Kind of cast down on the rest of this area with its big giant like leaves and blossoms and stuff all kind of shading the area. I'd say the radius or the diameter of this tree is probably like a good 7 to 8 feet around.
Wow, it's pretty big.
It's kind of like one of the cornerstone mother trees of this
Okay.
area.
Can I attempt to climb the tree? Would that be acrobatics?
That'd be acrobatics.
The
Okay.
dog climbed that tree. Why don't you just turn it into a cat?
All the branches are like, the first branch is probably a good, like, 4.5 to 5 feet up. So you'll have to kind of like leap for it a bit. But yeah, you can roll an acrobatics for it. Ooh.
Ooh.
So you kind of back up a little bit and do a running leap to grab to the first branch. You are, even without your opposable thumbs, you are managed to get on top of the first branch. And from there you're able to like get on your hind leg and reach up and kind of like look at some other branches nearby. From here, like the first branch that you got on was fairly sizable, so you can kind of like do a little bit of a leap off of that one onto the next branch up, and you bound from that first branch up to the second, which is about like just shy of like halfway to the top of the tree. But as you get higher, there's more branches, so it's easier to get through. Till you are kind of firmly in the cluster of a bunch of the central branches. The cat is maybe like 2 or 3 feet above you, directly above you.
Would I able to try animal handling? Okay.
Do you have like soothe animal or anything?
I think that's an ability, but I don't think I have it.
Okay. All right. So animal handling. Let's see. Let me see how.
Wait, technically, hold on. I'm gonna just look at something too.
So the cat smells and sees you, kind of just staring right at
don't
you.
Pay attention to that. I accidentally clicked on that. Sorry,
Okay.
I meant to look at it.
Excuse me. The cat is kind of looking right at you as you bound up the tree. At first the cat's pretty chill, and then it sees as how easily you kind of like bounded up this tree that it figured it was super like recluse from anything else. And while it's gone from laying, kind of sitting up, and it's looking at you from a few feet above. And then what does your animal handling entail? Like, what are you trying to do with this cat?
I'm trying to get the cat to... I don't know. If it's animal handling... I don't know. Come to me.
Okay. All right.
To love you?
From where you are on the branch, you're able to kind of get your back feet on 2 steady branches and use your front paws to kind of like prop yourself up so that you are stretching out your head and your nose up to this cat and like smelling it gently. You do a little whimper like, and like kind of showing that you're not aggressive, that you're like saying hi to it, and like you kind of do some like just kind of pawing and whimpering at it, kind of, you know, like when dogs have like that really like soft jaw face to them and like their jowls are really soft.
Oh, you mean when they know they're in trouble?
Yeah, that kind of face, like, oh, I'm sorry, bye, friend, love me, that type of dog face. So you're making that kind of at the cat with some like whispers, and then and the cat is looking at you, kind of just sniffing back, like you sniff at it and it kind of pulls back a little bit, and then as you like do some whimpers, it starts to sniff at you, and then you kind of look at the cat and then look down at the ground. And kind of like gesture like, come on, let's go down here. And the cat then looks at Gwen, like looks at the ground kind of considering, and then looks at Gwen like, because Gwen was very loud and rumbling earlier. And looks like the cat would be willing to come with you, but is hesitant about Gwen.
Okay. James, are you planning on doing anything? I have another thing I want to do.
Okay. I whip out my mace.
Oh my
Let's get
god.
Worse.
Okay, I'll behave. No, I'll just step back as I'm watching the whimpers and your attitude. I'll step back a few feet and just let you do your thing.
Okay, can I cast a spell?
What do you want to cast?
Well, I leveled, so I think I get one more spell, right?
Yeah, but if you cast a spell, you'll go out of dog form.
Oh shit, really? Fuck,
Yeah.
that's right. Damn it.
I still have a
Never
mace.
mind. Can I attempt to grab the cat by the neck?
Yeah, as Gwen steps back, the cat kind of relaxes a bit, and because it saw that you like motioned down to the ground, so as Gwen steps back, it actually hops down some branch to be on your level.
Oh, okay. I'll attempt to like gently, like, kind of pick the cat up by the neck and then
The nape of the neck.
Yeah, and then jump off the tree.
Oh, second, we got.
I don't know if I need to roll anything.
You need me to do it?
No.
Like, do nothing. Hold on, I gotta do some stuff. I gotta go back here. I'm just moving you for a quick second. Where the fuck did I put this cat? Oh, I see what there we go.
This quest will be completed, damn it.
I'm sorry, but this meme just got me. It's scary.
Oh
How
gosh,
do you
I
know
don't
about
like
the
that.
cat?
I don't like that at all. Thanks, I hate it.
Elijah Woodhausen.
Ugh.
It's scary because it does look like both of them.
Yeah. Alright, so you and the cat are the cat begrudgingly lets you pick it up by the nape of the neck. It kind of tries to like take a little bit of a swipe at you. But then once you like kind of do like a gentle pickup, it's like kind of just like flops itself over and lets you do it.
Okay. Well, Erwin's gonna kind of look at Gwen and like urge Gwen to find the location of the dropping off of the cat.
So on the piece of paper parchment, it says the actual like if found, love and gratitude and all that. It says can be found at the last house on the east road.
Oh, so it's nearby.
Yeah.
It's where the water dish was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then
Where
I'm
I
gonna
did do.
yeah, I'm gonna trot over, kind of like trot towards Gwen, but like kind of like stay a distance away, not to
Alright, so
piss off
you-
the cat.
Yeah,
Well,
so
I'm
you
holding
like
my mace
very
out.
gingerly plop down a couple branches until you get to the bottom of the ground, and then like gingerly walk behind Gwen.
Yeah, with the cat.
Mm-hmm. The cat in tow.
I can see the cat doing that in her mouth. Ah!
Yeah, so just yeah.
All right. So, what do you do, Gwen? You walk. It looks like you walked up to the house that had the cat bowl or that had the water bowl at it.
Yes. Well, I'm still holding my mace, so I pick it up and I knock on the door with
You knock on the door with the mace.
pounding it.
Yeah. Clank, clank, clank.
Like, answer. I'm
like
done
thump,
with
thump,
this.
thump on the door.
Yeah, I'm done. I want answer the door so I can get out of here. Type.
You
Type
hear,
radio.
you hear the front door open. The front door opens, and you see a woman with an apron answers, kind of disheveled and everything. Like, hello, how can I help you?
I found a cat.
Did you? Did you really? We've been looking for that little bastard for weeks now. What does he look like? Did you find the right cat?
It's in the dog's mouth. As I point.
She goes, what? She looks and she sees this dog with a cat in her mouth. And she just yells, oh my gosh, that's him. And before she has a chance to walk through the threshold, you see a blur of a small human dart past her, yelling, Fluffy! And there's this little girl in this dress with pigtails flying past her. She just smashes past her mom and Gwen, just kind of knocking Gwen aside with surprising force for a small child, and runs up to this dog and like gives the biggest like. Are you familiar with Elvira from Looney Tunes?
Oh yes.
I love cats. I love kitties. Squish them into itty bitties. She essentially wraps her entire body around this cat and like squeezes them almost like they're a plushie. You see the cat kind of like bug an eye, like just getting squeezed as she takes the cat out of your mouth, Erwin, and snuggles just the ever loving shit out of this cat. Fluffy, oh my gosh, it's actually you. I missed you so much. Where have you been? You're never gonna leave this house again. I love you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
You're pretty good at that.
And you see this cat holding this cat and just like running and skipping around the yard with this cat, holding it by its like right under its shoulder. The bottom of this cat is just swinging back and forth, completely getting jostled around. The kid completely oblivious of this cat's like discomforts and manhandling that's happening right now.
You want to go hug the cat?
Erwin's gonna growl at the kid and then start chasing the kid.
No, the cat goes, yeek! And like, it's okay, Mr. Fluffies, I'll protect you. And dashes inside the house. And as you hear the kid with the cat dash inside the house, he's like, Mommy, did you see? It's Fluffy. Oh my gosh, Fluffy's back. I told you he'd come back. Oh my god. And like dashes inside and like closes the door behind her. The mom's kind of like left out surprisingly in the breeze. And the mom's just like, oh, I'd hoped that cat had finally found freedom. I mean, my daughter's very happy. Thank you so much for returning Fluffy. In our note, I didn't think anyone would actually respond to this note, but I still do appreciate the attempt and want to pay you for your troubles. We do have, my daughter does give love and gratitude, but I will actually give you some coin. We don't have much to spare, but I do still want to pay you for your efforts. And like she goes into her like apron pocket and hands Gwen 5. Thank you so much for your time. Hopefully this cat will find his buy for freedom some other day.
Erwin just kind of looks at Gwen and barks happily, wagging her tail.
And then I just put the coin in my pocket and walk away.
Okay, and then Erwin's just gonna kind of trot behind Gwen.
Okay. Where are you guys walking to or away from?
I'll walk back to the inn where it's out of the sun and get a nice glass of ale.
Okay. There's still the spread that's on the table that you guys had left. The bartender kind of kept an eye on it, knowing you guys were probably going to be back.
Sweet.
So you're
Thank
able
you,
to
bartender.
pour
Erwin
yourself.
kind of like with her paw, just kind of like, because I don't know, are you sitting at the table?
Now I am. There's
Yeah.
food.
Erwin's gonna, because she's a dog now.
Yeah.
She's kind of gonna paw at your leg and like
Uh-huh.
give you the most biggest puppy eyes ever for
Mhm.
like some food.
And I just look at. She said, "Get out of dog form and just sit at the table."
Erwin's just gonna bark. Like menacingly, like no.
Meh.
And then I
Uh,
mumble, "Where's that damn chocolate bar?"
Oh man, savage. The bartender hears the bark as he looks up from his like cleaning duties. He goes, "What? Who let a blasted dog in here? There's no dogs in the inn." And so he looks around and he sees Erwin in dog form. He doesn't recognize who you are. He just sees a dog. He's like, "Get that dog out of here. There's no animals in this establishment. This is an inn, not a barn."
Erwin
Ah,
growls.
And then I go, "I'm
My
sorry,
God.
sir. I'll be happy to take her out." So I take her out and leash her to one of
Wait,
the
wait, no,
horse
no, no,
pole-
no, 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 no. You try.
So you try and take her outside.
Erwin bites his hand. All right. So what do I do? What do I roll?
The amount of PvP that's happening.
Like no. You don't tie me anywhere. You gonna get bit. You're gonna learn some respect.
Alright, so you have a bite. It's a melee weapon attack. Let's see. Alright, so as Gwen kind of you don't have a collar or anything on because you just went from your form to a dog. But
I got a rope.
yeah, Gwen's attempting to wrangle you with you have that 50 feet of rope. So you're trying to wrangle you. And Erwin definitely gets on a defensive stance, and as you try and rope her up, she bites at you. So let's see. Right now, Erwin, your stats are different, so I'm gonna read them out to you. We got the ones that are necessary. We're gonna have you roll d20. D20 plus 4.
Arr.
All right. And then, let's see. So that 11. You go and lunge at Gwen, but with the plated armor, your teeth just kind of clank off of the armor and bounce right back off. But Gwen, you do realize with the bite attack, that Erwin means business.
So I pull out the rope and I snap it like you do with the belt.
Uh-huh.
And then I go for the tie around the neck, and I think that's a dexterity check to tie.
So, are you trying to do an intimidation check first, though, with the snapping of the rope?
Yeah, I guess I could do that to timid
Okay.
her. Yeah.
Do an intimidation check.
Ah.
All right. As you go to snap the rope, as it is not made of leather or anything like that, it's super. It kind of just whips, but it doesn't make a big snapping sound. It's just kind of bah. Gwen looks at you fucking try it. Not phased. And then with that, you're trying to also grapple her, right? It sounds like.
Yeah, grapple to tie.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, that's cool. Get out of here. There you go.
Am I able to combat with a aerobics check or something?
Yeah, you will be. I'm just looking to see what I'm gonna have you guys roll.
You say aerobics?
I'm an acrobatic. Acrobatics.
Get some-
Yeah, aerobics.
Put in
Woo!
some Jane Fonda VHS successes.
Yeah.
Get it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Target must be known. Yeah, you. Okay, so you're right now a medium beast. Humans are medium too, so you guys are the same size. This attack replaces them. Making a couple check instead of attack rolls. Okay, so I'm gonna have you do a strength check.
Me?
Yeah, so that you can do athletics on that one, because that is a strength one if you want.
Oh.
All right, and then Erwin, if you want to do like an acrobatics check, because you're like trying to like get away, and, like slide out of the way. So as you try and bring the rope, like you've kind of fashioned one of those like slip collars, and you try and get that around Gwen. She like bounds back into the side, dodging your attempts to bring that collar around her. Is there anything else you want to do, Gwen? Sorry, not Gwen. Erwin, is there anything else you want to do?
Oh, me? Yes.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah, what do you
to
want?
try to attack him. Like, kind of like push him down with my body, like headbutt.
I see. Let's see. So you want to kind of like tackle? It sounds like you kind of want to grapple him, like by like. knocking him
Yeah,
down.
like grappling.
Okay. Let's have you do. Let's see. Character sheet. Okay, that's long. I totally lost my Roll20 tab, so I'm pulling back up. Oh, that's cool. Here we go, found it. Derp. Alright, so we're gonna have you do... might be doing athletics check, but you also get the dog version of strength.
To be /roll.
Yeah, just roll a d20.
Okay. D20.
Oh! And Gwen, roll a... Yeah, let's have you do an acrobatics check because you're trying to get out of the way. You see her kind of coming at you.
Okay.
You try and sidestep Gwen and dog or Erwin in dog form, lunging at you, but before you're able to fully react, she has jumped front paws right on your chest and knocks you down to the ground, kind of standing on top of you. And you are just kind of pinned by this. You're totally pinned by Erwin.
Okay, can I do a thing on my end?
Mm-hmm.
I like to do a sleight of hand. Have the rope in one hand and my hand in my open hand in the other, getting her attention.
Okay.
So that way I could wrap the noose while she's on top.
Okay. Let's see.
Ah!
Sleight of hand, and then Erwin, do a deception check. Yeah. She looks at your hand, it's distracting, and then the second you move the rope hand, she looks back and she's like, and smiles at you.
Can I do an intimidation?
Yeah, do an intimidation.
Really? I'm just getting my ass kicked by this.
Is there a difference in dog form, or no, it's the same?
No, you still have your normal, like your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma stay the same, so
Okay.
you still have a +2.
Uh, You growl at Gwen,
but like within your growl, a little bit of like your druid squeak comes out too. It kind of showing a little bit of them back on top of each other. And what starts as a menacing growl ends in a little squeak, kind of undermining some of its intimidation.
How long has it been since she first changed forms?
It's probably been close to about an hour, because like you guys spent maybe about, I'd say you guys, it's actually probably buttoned right up on an hour, because you guys spent about 30 to 45 minutes with this whole cat, chasing the cat down, looking for it, going to the next tree, between talking to the people, finding the cat, and walking back. It's been probably about like just button up on an hour.
Can I like?
You probably have have
I...
a couple minutes left.
Do I know, like, if I'm a druid, do I know when it's gonna go off, or does it kind of like just like go to poof and it's off?
You can kind of feel the magic waning, right? Like, I mean, is this the first time you've ever done it?
She
Yeah.
is ditzy.
Yeah.
She is ditzy too.
You're right. Yeah, this is the first time you've ever done it, so you don't actually like. You were kind of told, like, because you know other druids who've done it, how long it takes. But kind of with like this new experience and this new excitement of being in another form, you haven't really been keeping track of time that much. So I think it's probably going to catch you off guard. You turning back into your form.
Wait. You're turning back into a person already?
She can only do it for about an hour.
Oh, I gotcha.
So I guess with the few minutes of like the fighting or whatever, I want to assume that after this whole intimidation thing with the squeaking of the druid voice, that she pops back into her druid form. And then she's kind of barking as like now a person, thinking that she's a dog.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like sitting still on top of Gwen's body as you start as what starts as like a full dog growl ends in like a little bit of a druid yelpy whine, and then your body morphs back into your druid elf form, and you ow ow ow, ow. There's a little tiny, your normal kind of like squeaky little voice.
And then I'm looking confused. And is she naked?
How do you want to deal with your armor changing, Erwin? Do you want to have it just kind of melds into you? It falls.
Yeah,
where you change?
I want to say that because she's wearing leather, that would. But if she was wearing like any other type of clothing, like a shirt or like cloth or anything that wasn't leather, like I would want to assume, I don't know, this is up to you, but anything like kind of like animal that came from an animal, like would morph into,
makes sense.
Morph into like her form. But if she was wearing like a shirt and nothing else, then when she turned into the animal, she would totally rip it off and then she'd be naked.
Okay. So, like, if you have, say, like, a leather jerkin on, but you have, like, a blouse underneath that for padding, I'd say that the blouse would stay in place. But if it was just the blouse, then that would get ripped, right?
Yeah, so the leather kind of helps to, I don't know,
kind of
more...
Like, kind of a little magical property to keep it PG-13.
Yeah. And if you're wearing full, like, if you're putting on, like, plate or mail armor, that stuff just, like, falls to the ground around. Doesn't stay on.
Yeah, or it falls to the ground, or I rip it off, or and then I'd be naked coming back.
Yeah, you pull a Bruce Banner. Nice. I am down with this.
Okay, I'll say that you're back to normal.
Okay, give me
and get off me.
Second.
Okay, take your time. She's probably writing it down.
Mm-hmm.
Pull out my Android and take a snapshot.
What?
Nothing.
swear
just
that
farted on
image
me.
is so creepy.
What'd you say?
The Woody Harrelson Elijah thing is so creepy.
Elijah Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
I love it.
I can't believe I was losing all that.
It hurts my brain.
I'm a dog, bitch. You can't tie me up.
Can you do me? Actually, I might have this somewhere. Do I? I gotta have it somewhere.
Y so Russia rope tie you.
Trying to find the image that I had of the character. Can you? Do you still have that image on your machine?
I do.
Can you send it to me?
I can send it to you. Let me see. Oop, I don't want that there. Would you? Dee-da-dee-dee-dee-dee-do-do.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-doo.
Oh man, that was rough.
Yay! Thank you.
No problem.
I'll get you tied up next time.
Uh-huh. I'll be a
Okay.
bear.
All right.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
All right. So you're sitting on top of Gwen, howling in the middle of the inn. The people just saw a dog swap into a little tiny squeaky druid sitting on top of his paladin.
Nino.
All right. Do you guys want to do anything right away?
Oh, I said, you're back to your normal form and get off me.
The bartender kind of looks at you guys, a little perplexed, being like, he just mumbles under his breath. I've seen the weirdest shit today. Whole group is mad. Goes back to his bar, kind of like walks over to some other patrons, checks on them, makes sure that they have what they need and all that, and then goes back to his bartender duty.
Erwin just kind of like, because the way that her body was leaned over, it was like her face is like right on top of Gwen's face. She kind of then rests her body a little bit back to where she's just like shitting, sitting on sitting on Gwen's XXX sitting on like Gwen's chest area, and then she kind of just takes her arms, kind of crosses them, and then gives a little attitude and says, "Only if you buy me milk."
And I go, fine, I'll buy you your milk.
Why do you want milk?
We don't ask questions.
No.
Erwin just kind of goes, "Yay!" Kind of claps her hands and then gives a big yawn and a big stretch, stretching her arms out really wide, and then kind of like getting off of a horse.
Yeah.
Just kind of, even though like Gwen isn't that big, she just kind of awkwardly tries to like stumble off of Gwen, and then then she kind of jumps on a chair and is like ready for milk.
Yeah, then I go up, go to the bartender, request some milk, and I tell the bartender in a dirty glass.
Wow.
The bartender looks at you kind of surprised and is like, "Is this for that druid that was just a dog a moment ago?"
I say yes.
Kind of looks at you like, "Well, that's some weirdest stuff I've ever seen." But I do pride my establishment on its cleanliness, so you will get the glass in a clean glass. I don't want anyone reporting that they had dirty or food and drink from my establishment. And pours a glass of milk into a clean glass and hands it to you.
Shame on you, DM. Shame on you. Godspeed. Okay, I'll accept that glass and I'll take it to the druid.
What's this? What's this button?
Kara's pushing buttons.
I'm pushing buttons.
Push the big red button.
What does this button do?
It did nothing.
Huh. Okay. Good roll. Oh, this is like macros and advanced level shit. I'm gonna have to play it later. Okay. Cool. What was I gonna say? Alright, so when you have your glass of milk to give to oh, I gotta get your bar again.
Okay, how much is that glass of milk? And also that AO I bought.
He's like, oh, did you want to buy this separately? Oh, no, sorry. That is 2 silver.
Still silver size.
Did you go? Were you about to say, do you want this separately or together?
Yeah. Visible to everyone.
Customer service instinct.
By the way, I'm posting how. Oh, I don't know if it will work. Oh, damn it! It won't work here. Hold on. I got it fixed.
I'm getting hungry.
Elijah Woody Harrelson.
Oh, it freaks me out.
It's funny because if you say his name, Elijah Wood, you see Elijah Wood. If you say Woody Harrelson, you see Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I think it's the eyes. I think it's Elijah Wood's eyes and then Woody Harrelson's face.
It's got a little bit of Elijah Wood's lip.
That's
Like,
basically how. That's basically
Yeah.
how Gwen's gonna be drinking her milk.
Nice. Oh my god.
so over the top. Like, how can you sensually drink milk and also be clumsy and messy at the same time? All right. All right. So you're drinking your milk. Gwen's by the bar, and then over in the townmaster's hall, we've got Sarzan and Cotillion finishing up lunch in dinner in the townmaster's hall at his table.
Yeah, we just took all the town master's food.
What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go up and knock on the townmaster's door.
Okay. You start walking up towards the stairs, and as you get to the upper part of the stairs, you know, the staircase is kind of creaking a bit as you walk. You hear a scrambling, kind of a panic scrambling from inside the bedroom. And, you hear kind of like some slamming and moving of furniture, as you get closer.
I knock on the door.
Hello? It's your very, very faint, quiet, meek voice from the other side of the door, plus whatever's on the other side of that door, just kind of muffled through.
We just want to talk to you. Get out of here.
You could have talked to me from the front door. You break into my house. Why should I believe anything you say?
We're
And
here to prove we're not dragons.
not dragons indeed, but definitely break-ins. Who knows what you might be willing to do to me once I open this door?
Oh, terrible, terrible things.
Obviously, only ruffians and people who are not law-abiding citizens would break into another person's home. Though it is quite confusing that you would make a meal for me. Unless, was it poisoned?
Oh, you caught me. You caught me.
No, I was so careful. I was trapped. I was tricked by the delicious aroma of the food. I should have known to check it against poison.
So since you're gonna die anyway, shouldn't you come out here and talk to us?
No, sir. I think I will curl up in bed and enjoy these last few moments I have. What a world. What a cruel world.
What if I told you it was a slow poison?
You're saying, is there a cure?
No.
Roll a deception check. Damn. You said there's no cure?
There's no cure.
And then also roll one. Okay, roll. Give me 2 rolls. One is for the lie that it's poisoned. That's that one. So he believes that it's poison. Now do another roll for the there's no cure, because you're just lying all over the place.
Yep.
He's like, a slow death, no cure. What destruction have you brought upon me? Why would you do this, sir?
I'm sorry, but that's just funny. Well, you may as well come out and talk to us.
Why would I oblige any request of yours? My poisoner, my murderer.
I didn't poison you. I was the monk that made it.
You knew it was poisoned and let him serve it to me anyway. You're as bad as him then, letting me eat poisoned food.
Well, I had to get you out of here for him somehow. You wouldn't talk to us.
You've broken into my home. What else would I do but run? I have to defend myself.
So face us like a man.
I'm a town master, not a combatant, not a ruffian like yourself.
Do you not have bodyguards or something?
I'm in the middle of town. The town has guards, but to break into the town master's house, this isn't an area that needs to be usually well guarded by, because we usually have law-abiding citizens here. I know, right, Doc? Sure.
I'm sorry.
Kern, what are you doing right now? Do you hear any of this?
Do I?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you might be able to hear bloody.
We heard him saying, or we heard him eating, so Kern should be hearing the
Yeah,
conversation.
that's a fair point. Yeah, you can hear like everything that Bloody says, and you can hear like 80% of what this dude's saying.
Is the tower accessible from anywhere in the house that we have access to?
Yeah, there's a door. Like when you come up the stairs are like going up this way. Like they say on themselves. The door to his room is right here, and the door to the tower is on this back wall.
I'd like to go into the tower.
Okay. So you just pass right by Bloody talking to this dude and walk.
Yeah.
Okay, and go up to the tower. All right. What do you want to do now that you're there?
What is the tower?
It essentially goes up. There's like, there's a bell at the top of the tower, but it essentially just like as you walk up the staircase that kind of spirals in a square type shape, you get up to the top. There's a little bit of a landing with a bell, and like bell hollow that goes to the middle of the tower shaft. And then there's a banister
Bless you.
on all four sides that you can kind of look out into and survey the town. The sun is starting to set, so you kind of the long shadows that the house are casting. You can see that some people, the shopkeepers, look to be kind of closing up their shops and wares for the night. You can see like people who have kind of a stable, taking their horses and putting them into the stables and kind of packing up the hay. There is one guy who's going around the town kind of starting to light some of the lanterns, just starting to do that as sun begins to set. Maybe have like an hour, less than an hour left of daylight before the sun's fully set.
I'd like to go down to the townmaster's door.
Okay.
Standing bloody. Welcome back. I'd call in. Sir, do you ever leave your house?
Not since this dragon news is set up. I would never call myself an adventurer of sorts, but I would wander the town, and once the dragon sightings became more frequent, I've heard how tricky dragons can be. I've kept myself locked up in here. I mean, I don't really see much of a reason to leave. I can deal all my town business from in here.
May I ask where you get your food?
I have it delivered. Once every few days. The innkeeper, Stonehill, brings a little shipment of food that he gets from the inn.
I see.
He's a kind gentleman over there. He's always looked out for me.
Yes. Did you enjoy the stew that I made?
I mean, aside from the poison, it was delicious. It smelled really good too. If it hadn't had smelled and looked so good, I might have thought twice about the poison level of my meal.
The toxicity.
Toxicity of my meal.
Uh,
Like words. I don't know.
well, sir, night is quickly upon us. What say I return tomorrow, continue to cook for you?
With poison, of course.
Well, according to this lumbering fellow on the other side of the door, it sounds like I might not make it to the morrow.
I said it was slow acting.
How slow are we talking about? And why, if you poisoned me with your first meal, would I ever eat a second?
Oh, that sounds like a question for you.
If I had poisoned you, why would I offer to come back?
How would I know what a ruffian and a murderer's mind work?
Ruffian know how to make stew.
Apparently so. Never met a ruffian before. I am appalled by the behavior I've seen today, so I don't know what to expect.
Sir, I only wish to make your acquaintance, and hopefully bring you out of your shell and show you that there is nothing to... I understand that our actions have not exactly been gentle,
Friend.
but sometimes certain people need a push. And I don't think there was a gentle way of skirting your paranoia.
But why did you need to meddle at all? Why couldn't you just leave me be? I'm happy inside my little house.
You might be happy, but soon your people will not.
How
You are
do
the
you
townsmaster. You have a responsibility.
Wow, wise.
Precisely.
mean? But I was able to take care of all my dealings from inside the house. We could talk through the door and transactions could be done there. the meetings that we used to have in here. I mean, they can just stand outside the door and we can all just talk through the door.
Do you imagine that rumors would not soon start?
What?
People speculating on whether or not you might be ill. If people believe their town master to be sickly or dying, they will start to panic.
I mean,
And when people are in panic, the town weakens.
I feel like the threat of the dragon is what's really causing people to be in panic. Once that dragon's taken care of, then I can resume my duties outside of this house.
The people need a strong presence.
There's no dragon in the town now.
If their leader is hiding in his home from a dragon, what is to stop them from doing the same?
That is
Why
fine
sh-
if they want to hide in their home. That's why we have adventurers to take care of it for us.
Then trust your adventurers.
I don't know. I tried to trust adventurers earlier, but then I got swindled out of
And
my
what-
gold without some adventurers not proving that they had successfully completed the quest. Another one came on by and took 25 more gold off. I think it was you, sir. How can I trust your
Perhaps.
adventurers if people are actively lying to me?
I was not lying.
Simply
But
not.
perhaps it was your insistence on not being seen and not revealing yourself to the outside world that allowed such actions to take.
Oh, so it's my fault for being taken advantage of and believing a lie.
Yes.
Not believing them. Some people are very deceptive. I only mean that if you had been outside, you might have had more information about the people partaking in the quest.
Well, I wouldn't want to do repeat business with people who would lie to me in the first place. I do not appreciate the insinuation that is my fault for having been too trusting.
He's all yours. And I start walking.
Oh god.
I will be back
to
tomorrow.
business.
I will knock. If you would like for me to cook, I will. I will walk away.
Okay.
I'll leave through the window so that the door stays locked.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna go find boards and I'm gonna board up the window from the outside.
All right. You see at a building not too far away some like lumber and an axe with wood boards kind of already some are cut, some are still locked, some are kind of firewood kindling, and you're able to use some of that to board a window. All right. So Bloody, I take it your character's position means you walked back to the inn.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what do you want to do, Sarzan?
I'll go to the inn. It's about an hour to nightfall.
Yeah, like the sun is setting. It's dusk.
So when we get back, is Druid already back to a person?
Yeah, Druid's back to Druid, elf form.
Okay.
So I take it you guys are set around the table. Cotillion, correct me if I'm wrong. You already bought all the rooms for everyone. You bought 4 rooms there.
Yeah.
You guys have this spread you kind of been nibbling on for a bit. Sarzan and Cotillion, you had a whole nother meal on top of that, so you guys are pretty satiated. It was a decent amount of food that you guys had, so it's enough for a regular meal for everyone else. With your pockets and your stomachs full, would you like to go up to your rooms and retire for the evening, or is there more you guys would like to do?
I will retire.
Okay. Sarzan gets up from the table and walks up the staircase to the second floor where the bedrooms are located. Amber or Erwin or Gwyn, is there anything you'd like to retire or do something else?
Cows.
Start the next adventure.
Oh, I should switch over because the daily stuff is starting to wind down. Kind of the sounds of the evening. Oops, wrong one. There you go.
So
You hear a kind of a bard playing softly in the inn. This is his time to kind of come out and make some coin, play some kind of relaxing songs. Nothing vocal, just kind of some background music for patrons to enjoy. And the inn is definitely filled up with people coming for dinner and mead and ale after a long day of work. There are a lot of like kind of crowd chattering and non-distinct conversations coming from other tables. Hello? Oh, I can't hear Bloody at all.
What? I'm here.
Okay, I can hear you now.
I can't hear anybody else.
I can't hear anyone. Like Kern, James, and
Hello?
Hello. What do you guys
Hello.
do?
I'm muted.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Oh, sorry. Since I guess, and
Oh, what?
since he went to bed,
Mm-hmm.
I continued to drink some more ale and passing out there at the table.
Okay. You have a room if you use it.
No,
Alright,
he
and then-
passed out the table.
And then Amber, what do you want to do? Amber.
Amber!
Fetch Amber.
Yeah, text. She get it.
Alright. So
She was
Bloody,
doing laundry.
what are you doing, Bloody?
I'm probably going to my room and going to bed for the evening.
Okay. So you guys, excuse me. You guys go up to your rooms, and there in each room there is a little like nightstand with a candle on it with little thing of matches to light. It's got a single person bed in each, with a little chest at the bottom of your bed for you to kind of safely stow away anything you want. And I mean, other than that, the room's pretty small. It's got just what you need to be able to rest for the evening.
I lay down and I pass out.
All right. I'm gonna assume, since Amber's not here, that she is also gonna just do the same. And you guys all sleep through the evening. You wake up. The break of dawn, the sun starts shining through your guys' bedroom windows. You start to hear birds tweeting and chirping off in the distance, and starting to hear a little bit of hustle and bustle starting in the streets. Some like wagons and creaky wheels starting to happen. Shopkeepers setting up their storefronts for the day, and a little bit of a food aroma coming from downstairs.
And Gwen is still passed out.
And so, sleeping in.
On the
Passed
table.
out at the bar with the booze still in hand.
Cool. What about you, Sarzan, or... excuse me, Cotillion?
I am going to wake up and walk down and ask the innkeep about possibly getting some breakfast.
Alright. You go downstairs, and in the... as much time as you guys spend in the inn, I kind of am tempted to, like, actually draw this shit out. It's so much time in the year.
The inn is our hub. We're too used to Hearthstones.
Okay. So you go downstairs, you see the bartenders in full swing making breakfast. I mean, they're the innkeepers in full swing. Him and a couple of his cooks. He's manning the bar, kind of taking some orders, and his cooks are coming out. Mainly the fare you see is like eggs and some like sliced and diced meats, bits that look like maybe they're like a ham or a chicken. They smell kind of the aroma of bacon in the air as well. As some of the patrons from who also spent the night here are slowly kind of getting out of bed, a little disheveled, starting to eat.
How many patrons were there?
I'd say there's probably like outside of you guys, there's 8 rooms total. So there's 4 other patrons. I'd say 2 are downstairs right now eating. And then there's a couple other people who look like they just kind of instead of making breakfast, they just come to the inn to eat, not necessarily renting a room. So the patrons you can kind of tell because they aren't in their full like daily wear yet. They're covered, but they're not like in their like armor or boots or anything. They kind of just roll out of bed and came down here. And then people who lived in the town, they're like ready to start their day. They're just stopping in for breakfast. And then kind of eat. Do you guys want to like order anything?
Yes, food.
Okay.
Lots.
Did you say that? Did you just say that to yourself or to anyone in particular?
I said that to the innkeep.
Innkeeper. Okay. Anything particular that you would like for food?
Sausage, egg, bacon.
Grits.
Okay. All right. It is your lucky day. We have all of those things. Food for your entire party for 4, I take.
Oh, they can pay for their own.
Okay.
Cheap shit.
I bought dinner last night and your room.
That's true.
Dick.
I didn't even sleep in my room.
Well, that's your fault.
I
You drank my booze.
would like to ask the innkeeper when his next delivery to Harbin is.
Harbin. How do you know about that?
Yeah, we paid him a visit.
There are ways.
There are ways. Well, my next delivery to him should be in about 2 days.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Are we
I
gonna
promise
do
it's fun.
delivery? Show up in 2 days and just take all this food.
Yeah. Do you
Oh,
want? Barkeep kind of shakes it off and turns back to you, Cotillion, and asks if you want the medium or the large.
Extra large.
Extra large. Extra large will be 8 silver pieces.
Bring on 2 of them.
Jesus. 16 silver pieces. My most generous, sir.
I give him 20.
Oh. So kind. Thank you, sir. And he has his cooks bring you what looks to be like half a dozen eggs, some slabs of like really thick, large pieces of sausages, and like 4 pieces of bacon.
Only 4 pieces of bacon?
They're big. They're like the thick cut, you know,
Okay.
very thick cut bacon, along with some sort of fruit juice.
Sorry, I went to go get myself some milk.
IRL or in game?
IRL in game.
So everyone went to bed, so I took you to bed too.
Yay, thank you.
You're welcome.
With a
So
nice cup of milk to go to bed.
Yeah, yep. So we are waking up the next morning. There's a smell of eggs and bacon in the air downstairs. So Gwen fell asleep drinking at the table. She's still asleep on the table from the night before. Cotillion just went down and ordered a healthy size of breakfast. And as far as I know, you and Sarzin are both in your respective rooms.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna go to Harbin's place.
Okay.
Wait.
All right. Do you knock on the door, or do you?
No, I knock on the door.
You what?
I knock on the door, yeah.
You hear kind of like a low energy shuffle come to the front door, and you hear a bunch of
It's
like
usually
sniffing.
Oh
Who
no!
is it?
Again.
It is me. I came to cook.
My poisoner?
If you still believe that you are poisoned, I could find someone maybe inclined in medicine to look after you and check you out to see if you are in fact to confirm that you are not in fact poisoned.
You're saying I'm not poisoned? That other fellow said that I was poisoned and it would take a long time to kill me.
I
I've been up all
have
night crying.
I've
I'm a
been
night mess.
I've been on one excursion with that man, and he has already done many shady things.
Shady like poison?
Not quite, but he's not exactly a trustworthy person.
But he said you were the one that poisoned my meal.
I made the meal. To my knowledge, you are not poisoned. He had no room to tamper with the meal. He did not assist in making the meal, and I brought you the meal directly.
So if you didn't poison me and he didn't touch the meal, then there's a chance I might live?
No, 0 chance.
As long as you eat, there is.
I mean, the food yesterday was pretty tasty. I guess I could eat again.
I'm a bad person.
You're a very bad person.
Me?
No, not you.
Oh.
Tillian. And he's kind of just like, well, what else do I have to lose, I guess? And you hear
Your
like,
health.
your health. Did you say that?
Yeah, push. He needs to eat.
in front of her. Well, there's a sizable stack still remaining on her head.
I live.
Yay! Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Are you still sleeping in? Did you come down? What do you want to do?
How did she get to bed?
magically
You
walked
walked up the stairs to the second landing and then went to your room, which was like the second door on the right. Like the left is a banister that looks down onto the inn, and the right side is doors that lead to respective rooms.
Kara, careful. Beware of flavor text.
All right. You guys will just get gray boxes from now on.
And that's what she's looking for, is flavor text.
The flavor text is flavor for a reason.
For immersion.
Owen begrudgingly wakes up. I'm trying to think what she wants to do. Maybe she'll go downstairs. She kind of like smells like food, and that is like her alarm to wake up.
Yeah,
And she
it's
kinda
definitely the
first-
smell of like eggs and bacon and like hash browns and stuff on the air.
Yeah, and her stomach kind of like.
Mm-hmm.
So she ends up kind of coming down the stairs a little bit, kind of like rubbing her eyes, still just so tired. I'm sorry, what was Gwen doing?
Gwen is
Passed out
asleep,
drunk.
like passed out at the table with like an ale kind of in one hand on the table. Her hand kind of slid off the glass.
Is there something wrong with her?
She's just and you see that
She has a bunch
Cillian
of
is
potatoes on her
stacking
face.
potatoes on top of her head.
A what of what on top of her head?
Stacking like potato hash browns on top of her head.
Oh, okay.
'Cause, you know,
Erwin comes
reason.
over and starts picking them off her head and eating them.
All right.
I'm just kind of watching the druid, like, quizzically as I put another hash brown on Gwen's face.
Roll a perception check. Gwen, let's see, not Gwen. Cotillion and Erwin roll perception.
I got good perception.
You rolled a 20 and a 1.
I know, right? Jesus.
All or nothing, baby.
Mixed emotions. As you are placing more bit of the hash browns onto Gwen's head, you see that like a gathering of eyes looking at you. Like the bartender has long stopped doing his thing and is just watching you carefully stack things on top of Gwen's head. A couple of other patrons have noticed, and they're just like quizzically like eating their food and watching this display happen.
Start a pool.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay, alright.
So what were we doing perception for?
See if you could see that people were watching at you and that you were being weird.
Oh,
Like, no one said anything, but the entire inn's kind of staring at you.
yep. I'm just gonna continue stacking hash browns on Gwen's face.
Alright.
And me and Gwen just moan and groan. Still not waking up.
Alright.
I just want to see where it leads.
Alright.
So I get like, I ordered a lot of food, right?
Yeah, you ordered a good amount of food.
Okay, so I get a healthy serving of eggs and I put them like in a big pile on one plate. And then I like slide it in front of Gwen.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to face plant Gwen into the eggs to wake her up.
So you're like lift up her head a little bit, slide
Yeah.
in the plate, and then drop her face.
Well, yeah, but a little bit of force, like thump.
So rude.
Oh. Let's see if I don't wake up then.
All right. Yeah. So, you've made your plate. You go and you go to touch Gwen's head, lift it. Gwen.
It's perception, right?
Let's see.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
Let me look what you got. You're trying to be are you manhandling her? Or are you trying to do this gently and gingerly, bloody?
Well, I'm not trying to hurt her, but I'm not being soft about it.
Okay. Yeah, do a perception check, Gwen, and then, bloody, do a. I mean, you're not.
That was a 20.
Yeah, you're not. I'm trying to think. You're not being dexterous you are with this or whatever.
Dexterous.
Dexterous, that's the word. It's there's the letters are in there. As you go to lift Gwen's head, Gwen what? So starts to come to and feeling your hands around her head, jerks up, sitting up straight. Potatoes
Launching
go
potato
flying
off
off
her
of her
face
head.
everywhere.
And as she opens her eyes, she sees a plate of food right in front of her, and you to her side, and Erwin to her other side.
And then I'll look between the two, and then I just see Erwin, or is it what's Amber again? Sorry.
Erwin.
Erwin.
Yeah, Erwin was
Erwin with a hash brown in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I grab the plate of eggs and throw it in her face.
Can I attempt to dodge acrobatics?
Wait, you wake up and you see food in front of you, and your reaction is not to eat the food, it's to throw it in her face?
Well, because I had the hash browns, everything on me, it fell off. But who had hash browns in her hand?
I see. So
it wasn't me.
so when you sit up, you kind of felt like there was hash browns still in your hair, and
And on the
felt
side of her
fly,
face.
and then you look and you see that she has hash browns in her hand. So you
Yes.
think she was the one who's messing with you in your sleep. Okay, all right, just making sure I was keeping up with your motivations. So what do you want to do with the plate of food again?
Throw it in her face.
Okay.
I want to dodge.
All right. So Gwen picks up the plate of food and starts to fling it in your direction.
I'm more like picking
Erwin.
up because she's right next to me, right?
Yeah.
So it's more like picking up and do with a cake or pie.
Yeah.
Boom, like that.
Yeah, Erwin, you see Gwen pick up the plate and not a way that's hey, I'm gonna go and eat this plate or eat this food. And let's see, roll a acrobatics check, and then Gwen, I'm gonna have you roll. You guys make me come up with the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Athletics is strength. It's quick.
What's plain throwing food? Y'all be doing an athletics check or strength check. I mean, they're the same.
Be proficient in athletics.
Yeah, he is. That's true. Yeah.
It's still low though.
It's kind of almost. I kind of want to put a dex on a dex because he has to be fast for her to. He has to be faster than she is, because it's not like you're throwing it across the room, so it's not really a strength check. Let's see. Looking something like a play. That versus okay, that's how those work. I don't know, Kern. I want to defer to you on this one because it's some weird shit. What do you think it would be? Dex or strength?
Trying to hit her in the face with a plate of eggs.
It's like a pie,
Yep.
but it's in my hand.
Yeah.
Kind of leaning towards like just a dexterity check, or just a regular hit, like our AC armor class.
Yeah, I think I'd go improved weapon, but like with no damage consequence.
Yeah.
The dex-based hit with no proficiency.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was leaning towards. Was just a regular dex, like a dex roll like
Yeah.
that, right?
That's a dex save, but yeah.
Oh yeah. We need, but a dex roll would just be 20 plus 4, right? Wouldn't it be the same? I know that is a save. Would a dex roll just be kind of like an acrobatics type thing?
Would just be dex +2. You can roll the regular stat block if you click
Oh, I
dexterity.
see.
Yeah.
Okay, but it lines up to be the same math as a dex save.
Unless you're proficient in this.
I see. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so just roll a regular dexterity, James.
Regular dexterity.
Yeah. It hits, and a plate of eggs and hash browns smacks into your face, Amber. Or Erwin.
But he's
You
enjoying it.
see Erwin's frown turn upside down,
Now we're smiling.
and she's gonna take out what she was eating. She's always
Okay,
happy
cool.
when she eats.
She just starts eating the eggs on her face.
But she has her bag with her, 'cause of course. And she's going to throw her loaf at him.
Throw a bread loaf.
Yep, and it's the hard one.
I ain't messing around.
This feels like a disproportionate response.
Right?
I just think every time she wants to do something, it's gonna be that loaf of bread.
Yep, that's my go-to. If it doesn't work,
Alright.
then I attack.
Do a dagger. Or roll to hit, like hit and damage. Alright, and you're attacking James, right?
Yep. Fuck you, James.
Oh, that hits. Just
Ooh.
barely, surprisingly. The dagger bread smacks you right in the right in the neck, right where your armor ends, and just barely clips onto you. Are you looking to maim Amber?
I'm looking to kill.
I'm more like trying to look for like not necessarily maim, but to like
warn?
yeah.
Okay.
Show dominance.
So it hits you and it fucking stings. Like someone just went and got a big welt on you and whipped you with like a
Minus
like
5
wet
health.
towel type of thing. Whack. Feel it stinging on your neck. Just like, ow, fuck, that hurts type of thing. Yep, that's it. You feel a hard piece of bread smack up against you really hard.
Okay, so I end up getting up, yelling at her, not really like anything. Okay, and just storming off to the nearest what is it? Bathhouse, whatever. Do you have a bathhouse here?
Just like, are you trying to go to the bathroom? What do you?
No, like to wash the crap out of my hair and things like that.
Oh
like,
yeah. You if you go up to the bar, the innkeeper, yeah. So you go up to the barkeep, and he tells you like, there are some basin in each of your room. There's like a basin for water, but if you want to take a full kind of shower rather than a bath, you can. And it's like a basin you can hold in both thing, not like get inside, but like for like washing your hair and stuff. Or if you want to go downstairs, there is a shower pump down there.
It's like a giant horse trough, I would say, like upstairs.
Yeah, it's like it's outside, but there's like a little bit of wooden fencing to kind of make it a little bit of a private cubicle.
I'll take that, and then a pitcher of ale.
Okay.
Just go back out.
Yeah, the shower comes with your room. The pitcher of ale is somewhere in this list. Is two silver pieces.
2 silver? Okay. 2 silver.
Actually, sorry, I read the wrong one. Is 1 silver piece.
Wow, trying to rip me. How come one? No, no. Okay.
There's different things. There's like ale. There's mead. There's a gallon. There's a mug. There's a pitcher. So like, depends on what you're drinking though. Because there's like a pitcher of wine versus a gallon of ale.
Oh, I end up getting less gold. I'm minus another 1. But yeah, so I went and basically go wash myself.
Okay. You wash the smell of like mead and
grease.
Sweat and grease and ooze. All the ooze bits that have been on you guys all day. Wash all that stuff off.
At least I'll be the cleanliest one.
Yeah, Erwin's just like picking off like the stuff on her face, eating it.
Eating it.
Yeah, she hasn't taken a
And
shower.
She's like sitting. Yeah, she's a druid.
She's a druid.
And she's just gonna sit down and be like, "Why doesn't anyone listen or learn their lesson?" And like pick up their hair bread and like put it in her pocket.
She just turns to that dog and goes running to the lake.
For a little druid, you have some serious rage issues.
She just kind of glares at Cotillion.
And starts holding. No, you're your own druid. I kind of want to add to it, but I can't.
So you see the innkeeper kind of leave his bar and kind of saddle up to you guys. He's like, the townmaster sent word that a group of adventurers had completed one of the requests that were on the board to warn dwarves, and that they had actually fought some battles there. Would that happen to be you guys?
Why, yes, it would.
Ah, thank you for doing this town a favor. We definitely need to call in all the people so that dragon doesn't hurt anyone further. It's definitely been lurking the mountainsides and causing all sorts of manner of trouble. Do I take it that you are about to set off to another adventure today?
Are you talking in the game or in real life?
I'm talking in the game. He's asking if you guys are about to go off onto another grand adventure, as you guys are clearly adventurers.
Oh, I think we might be off to doing something.
Well, I know, let's see, we saw let's see, a second.
We have to warn a lady and we have to go see gnomes.
Oh, the gnomes over in Gnomengard?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole clan of them that reside in that area. They're quizzical folk. Silly, from what I've heard. I haven't ventured myself, but from what I've heard from other adventurers, they definitely are an odd tinkering sort of people. I know Harbin Wester has definitely talked about how he would long to see some of their intriguing inventions. He'd definitely be happy to be able to get a peek of what they've made. And yes, you mentioned you've mentioned Adabra Gwyn. She's a tough one. She's been our local midwife for quite some time now. Definitely an independent person, lives all by herself, but she prefers it that way. Definitely a go-getter if I've seen one. But yeah, make sure she gets home safely. She's quite an asset to the town.
I just had the most rude comment come into my head. She's such an asset. Why is they only offering 25 gold?
Do you say that?
No.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
I kind of want to go and save the old lady. What do you guys want to do? Or should we look at calling it a day? We have been going for like 4 hours.
Yeah, I think it's about time to call it. That would be nice if you guys could pick which quest you guys want to do, so that we can just forge ahead.
Which one are the other two?
We got the one in Nomengard, and we've got the one to the midwife. Here, I'll put them on your map later for you guys to read.
Personally, I want to do the Nomengard.
Midwife.
I mean, one is to the south and the other is to the southwest. Depending on geography, we could do both.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you guys want to do first? Which one's farther?
I want one where, because doesn't that one quest gives it possibly have a chance of giving us something for dragons?
The Nomengard one gives us a chance at fighting dragons, yeah.
But the other one gives us something to fight against dragons.
What?
I thought it said that, or am I wrong?
I mean, I have the cards up right now. So
Oh, let me see.
What's on
For
there?
their
What you
magical
guys know.
inventions, they might have something with which to defeat the dragon.
Does it say that?
Yep.
Yeah, they might
I
have
see.
something
I
in
see.
which.
Yep.
So I kind of want to do that, then go to the other one to be able to fight off dragons, or is that was the last one?
Well, just
I
warn
guess
her
it's
that
the
dragons
warner.
are in the area. Or have been sighted. Kind of like seeing the dwarves.
Yes. Yeah, then if that's the case, we might encounter a dragon and having something to fight off a dragon with. Or defeat. That's just me. I mean, I'll go whatever path you guys want. So
I want to go warn the old lady.
then I'll go with the old lady.
All right, you're going to Umbridge Hill.
Yeah.
All right, Umbridge Hill is just south. So if you guys are ready to pack up your goods, take you guys to the overworld if you're ready.
Sure.
All right.
Did we level up from all the PvP?
No,
Can we level up from PvP?
not in this game.
No, not in this one. You guys fight way too much.
Not in my house.
You'd be level 10 before you got off the first mission.
The whole town will be destroyed before we move on.
Pull you guys over here.
Just getting stronger and stronger, getting access to more and more crazy spells as we keep fighting each other.
All right. So in the overworld, because you guys see that now, you head south of Phandalin. Just south to the next hill down, where I am currently pinging.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do I'm not gonna have you guys explore yet because we're gonna call it, but I want to make sure that your guys' tokens at least work on this map. You guys are coming from the north. Put you guys all up there. First of all, tell me what you see when this loads in.
I saw
Black.
Neverwinter a moment ago, but now black.
Black. Okay. Cool. That is as expected.
Okay. There was a map.
It's completely black.
Like you saw the overworld map and then it went black, right?
Yeah, I saw Winter's Coming.
What?
Neverwinter.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This one.
Game of Thrones reference. I'm sorry.
No, I get the reference.
Just wasn't a very good one.
I guess so.
Your token. Your token. Your token. Your token. Alright. Token layer. And then Kern, you there?
Yep.
How far can you see? What can you see right now?
I see Age Hill.
Okay, perfect. And then I'm gonna move you really quickly. Okay, perfect. This is how we're gonna roll this map. Has sight. Bloody, you should be able to see some stuff now, right?
Oh, yeah, I can
Alright.
see a little.
Don't move around though.
Don't move around.
Yeah.
Okay, move.
Be respectful of the character knowledge. Now, Gwen, you should be able to see.
Still black.
Still black? Alright.
Where are we?
In a field.
There, you should be able to see now too.
Let me refresh them.
And then let me get... Okay, you should... Not all players see light. You should be able to see now, James.
Gathering. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Grass is coming up.
Cool, I'm going to put you guys over here because you guys come from the north, and then I'm going to reset Fog of War.
Umbridge Hill.
Umbridge Hill.
Umbridge.
Alright, cool. Let's see.
You guys stink.
So you guys stink?
I'm the only one that took a shower.
Yeah.
I took a shower before bed.
Did you? I didn't get that.
I didn't hear you describe that.
Yeah.
Not saying it didn't happen, but describe what you're doing. It makes it more interesting.
Well, I took off my cloak and I hopped in a tub of water.
We want to be... I gotta set all this stuff up again. Push stuff cover over... HP, here we go. HP. Nope, HP, not regular HP. I'm just bringing over all your guys' stats. For some reason, Cotillions come over, but no one else's do.
What did I do?
I'm just setting up your character stats. Hey, I said don't wander.
I didn't. I didn't wander, I swear.
It was me.
It was James.
See? Everybody attacks me, saying that I'm the
I
bad
didn't attack you at all. I said don't move.
Well, I kind of
I
was kind
meant
of bored.
earlier.
Assumed it was you that I was yelling at.
Also,
No,
was
I meant earlier when like everybody instantly throws bread at me because they think I'm gonna do something bad.
Well, I wonder why that is.
What?
Oh, it's not
So I
like
wonder why that is.
Cotillion tried to grab a gem or anything.
That
Yeah.
happened one time. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Hey, character knowledge. Character knowledge.
Yeah. Get it.
Well, I was trying to do, you know, that Pixar lamp where it goes, noop, noop, and go on top of the eye. That's what I was trying to do with the hill eye.
Bloody.
That's what I was wondering.
Let's be real. You told an old man he was poisoned.
Yeah, but that's because he wouldn't come talk to us.
And you tried to
That
grab the.
definitely makes them want to talk to you more.
Right. Catch more flies with honey, you know?
Yep.
Uh,
And we got.
What's his name? That paladin guy is messaging me. Want to know?
Alright.
Oh,
So you guys can each see your health, your nameplates, and your health, right?
yes. I can see my nameplate and my health bar and James' name.
Yeah, I
You
don't
only-
see.
You only see James's health bar then, yeah.
Yes, and vice
I don't
versa.
see James' health bar.
I don't see his health bar. Yeah, either. I see his name, but not his health bar.
Yeah.
Now, can you
Now I see his health bar.